Yeah, so in next automated procurement process, it is starting with the MRP. Okay, running material requirements planning. So overview of MRP. So MRP is nothing but it's a material requirements planning. Okay, wherein it checks the stocks of specific material. Okay, in the plant, and accordingly it will based on the requirement. Okay, or based on settings in the material master, it will create a procurement proposals. Okay, that is MRP. So it always help the production or sales people, whatever the requirement they have, right? So that should be fulfilled. Okay, that is the main motto of the MRP. Okay, so there should not be any shortfall, or there should not be any delay in the production or in the sales related activities. Okay,
Okay.
that is what MRP will do. And in SAP S4HANA, in ECC we have this MD01 and MD03, right? We use a transaction code that is also available. So here that is called as a classic MRP run, and SAP S4HANA run is called as a MRP live. Okay,
Okay.
so that is the two MRP options are available here. In ECC we have classic MRP that is also available, and MRP live that is S4HANA specific MRP specific transaction that is available. So that what they're saying, MRP live is nothing but it is like uh, the current situation. System will understand the current situation of the stock. So accordingly, uh, it will create a procurement proposal. Okay. But in case of classic MRP, based on the whatever the run or the data which is there, right? Accordingly, it will generate a procurement proposals. Okay, that is the difference. This is more no, dynamic compared to the classic MRP.
Hmm.
Okay, MRP live. So generally, the MRP will generate different procurement proposals. In that, it also generates for in-house production. So generally, that's why the MRP will mostly used by production planning. Okay, so
Okay.
we have in-house production. It generates planned orders. So those planned orders will be converted into production orders, production or
Hmm.
process orders according to the industry.
Hmm.
And external procurement, it generates either schedule agreement, schedule lines, and purchase requisition. Okay, these are the two elements which created for external procurement.
Hmm.
Okay, so MRP live, it always creates a schedule lines for
Hmm.
external procurement. And in case there is no schedule agreements are used, it creates a PR. Okay, only these two elements which will be created by MRP live. But with classic MRP, it creates planned order or purchase requisition or schedule lines. Okay, either of one it will generate. That is based on the initial screen. We have to select what it needs to generate, either planned order, okay, or requisition or schedule lines. Accordingly, it will generate the proposals. Okay, that is the difference between MRP live and classic MRP. Same which is given here. If it's in-house production, once the planning run happens, it creates a planned order. So that planned order we can convert into production order. If planned order is related to external vendor, then that we can convert into a requisition. Okay. So in case of external procurement, it only generates requisition or schedule lines. So requisition we can convert into purchase order. Schedule lines we can directly send it to the vendor. Okay. No need to create any purchase orders.
Okay.
So generally planning happens at three levels, three org levels. It will be generally in ECC, it will be based on the stock types. Okay, earlier it is MRP is based on the plant, or we can specific material also we can do the planning. Okay, but in MRP live or in S4HANA, it is called as a MRP area. Okay, so organization relevant which are MRP is called as a MRP area. So MRP area may be anything. It is plant or store location or subcontractor. Okay, these three we can set as a MRP area. Okay, maybe this plant may contain one material. Okay, we can make it as one MRP area. Okay, we can group together two plants and we can make it as one MRP area. Like that, we have an option, we have a settings. Accordingly, we can create a MRP areas. Okay, based on the client or uh, the requirement. Okay, and we can set store location also as an MRP area. Accordingly, what are all the materials which are available in that store location, that would be planned accordingly. Okay, similarly for subcontracting.
Okay.
So planning levels, I think that's the same thing. Yeah, I think they are making different this one areas, planning areas. So yes, if it is MRP area 1010, so it is contains 5 store location. Okay, all 5 store location. If I am running MRP for 1010 MRP area, so it will plan all the materials which are there in all this 5 store location. Okay, like that we can set it up, or we can set it up like 4 store location into one MRP area 2020, another store location into another MRP area. Okay, like that we can set our MRP area according to our requirement or need. So
Okay.
similarly, here you can see the three store location we can set as one MRP area and other two as another MRP area, then subcontracting as one MRP area. Okay, like that we can create MRP area according to the need and requirement. Okay, there is no restriction in that.
And this is for MRP live, right?
MRP live and even for normal also, classic MRP
Okay.
also.
Classic
This is
MRP.
not specific to any,
Okay. Okay.
but running MRP, that is MRP live. If we run, it is more dynamic. It will gives us the exact picture at the current moment, at the current situation. It will gives us the requirement details. But if it is a
Okay.
classic MRP, it may maybe 5 minutes later situation, it may give the result. In 5 minutes, some goods issue has happened, that won't be considered like that.
Okay.
So MRP live is more, it is into live. It gives us the current picture to the stock situation. But area is creating area is same for everything, no issue.
Mm.
So in SAP ECC, you need to activate MRP areas in customizing.
Okay.
Okay. Accordingly, you can work with MRP ECC with or without MRP area. It's not mandatory in ECC, but in S4HANA, that is mandatory. If you're not activated MRP areas in SAP ECC, you run MRP at plant level.
Mm.
Okay, that is possible. But in SAP S4HANA, the MRP area is active by default and cannot be deactivated. So that is active by default. We cannot deactivate it. We can create more MRP areas if we need. So that this means whatever the plant we create, they default, they become MRP areas
Okay.
like that. Yeah. In that, if we do not want, if there are five store location in that plant, if I don't want the planning to be there for one plant, one store location, that we can remove and we can create separate MRP area, so that we don't want to run any MRP for that new MRP area, so that it won't be planned like that.